It is time to continue the review of the in-house games. Listen, it just wasn't gonna happen before, but now it's gonna happen. Now we got it good. Oh, perfect timing, bot tricks. Okay, here we go. Let me make sure everything is correct, because sometimes it is. Are you ready? So, as a recap, in part one, we only reviewed Fathom's gameplay of Puck Middle. Now we're going to hopefully get through at least the next 3 people. We are reviewing gameplay overall. If people are farming, I'm going to skip it unless I think of a question. Just because that seemed to be like a huge portion of what was occurring, and that takes up a lot of time. It does look like we're still having rendering errors, but this time we've already experienced this and we're not going to get distracted. So, starting with is this game good? Is Dota good, Moonsky? You've asked me before about Dota. If you like to learn complicated things and feel rewarded for it, I would say so. Mm. Ooh, it is. This is a rough lane, just getting an axe charging at you. Silencer is already dead. Goodness gracious, they just hunted you down. I think this lane might be a little overwhelming, but we know from the first gameplay review that Sven actually gets a lot of farm. Oh my gosh, the model's not rendering correctly, just looks ridiculous. It's really tough. Goodness. What could you possibly do? I feel like you guys kind of needed a gank really early, but you should have pulled the creeps back. Goodness gracious. Now there's a comment that Sven, which is Tuvark's, made, which is, you feel like you're listening to a foreign language? Is my app wrong? Like, do I sound bad? Let's try to make sure that it's not. It could be. I don't know what you're referring to, so I think it's important to make sure. I don't know what you're referring to, so I think it's important to make sure. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like this. I don't actually. The mic sounds really strange. You don't understand these terms. Oh, farming is getting last hits. Last hits get you gold. Pulling the creep backs means when you're within a close distance, this is your character. When you are within a close distance of the enemy creeps, which are these red ones, you click on the enemy hero, and these guys can tell that you clicked on the enemy hero. So they try to go defend him, and they will start trying to attack you, but then they will quickly redirect their focus. But the thing is, like, my mic is being a bit strange, so I think we should fix it. Um, I'm not entirely sure why. This is not accurate, though. Hmm. How do I... There should be... Maybe... Let's see if this is better. Maybe... Let's see if this is better. Ew, it's really not yucky. Mm. Okay. Ew, it's really not yucky. I don't know what it is that I'm hearing that I don't like. Okay. It's like gain or something. I don't know what it is that I'm hearing that I don't like. It's like gain or something. I don't know what it is that I'm hearing. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, let's try this one. No, that didn't really make a difference. So I think it is the gain, and I actually had an issue with setting the mic's gain because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. No, that didn't really make a difference. So I think it is the gain. So I think how we change this is we go into this thing. Yes. So the microphone, it's on the right pattern. This is all correct. So I don't know what the issue is. There should be something that tells me blah 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 blah. But I don't see the blah blah blah. Let me click on this, make sure it's correct. Properties, listen levels. This is all fine. So this is not it. It's on the actual mic itself. I just wish I knew how to set it. They give you like a little, I don't know, like a little bookie thing that tells you how to set the mic, and it just, I didn't get it. I tried doing it, and I didn't get it. Let's try looking up this mic. Okay, and then we want to look up set gain or something. How to adjust the gain. Oh, look, they have a fucking manual online. Hopefully this will be something different. It is actually. Okay. Okay. So in order to adjust the microphone gain, I need to click the button so that it is I don't understand. It didn't tell me. Okay, that's cool. This is what it says, okay? It says press the multifunction button to cycle between adjustment modes. And then the multifunction control LED will indicate the setting currently selected. It said if I want to... Oh, you know what? Maybe I accidentally turned it up. That could be the fucking problem, I'm gonna be honest. I play with this thing a lot. It's a really bad problem. Maybe I accidentally turned it up. That could be the fucking problem, I'm gonna be honest. I play with this thing a lot. It's a really bad problem. Okay, so let's try this. Is this any better? Okay, so let's try this. Is this any better? It's a lot better. It's because Okay, so I noticed that the noise gate was going off. We have to fix that. Okay, so I noticed that the noise gate was going off. We have to fix that. And then there's still a little bit of gain, so we can turn it down. Hey, Kazoo, no. And then there's still a little bit of gain, so we can turn it down. Hey, Kazoo, no. All right, so is this any better? All right, so is this any better? Oh my god, this sounds so much better. People never tell me when it sounds like trash. Like they do, but it's pretty rare. So, oh my god, this sounds so much better. People never tell me when it sounds like trash. Like they do, but it's pretty rare. Maybe I want to adjust the monitor mix. Maybe I want to adjust the monitor mix. So how do I do that? No, I think this is where I want it. No, I think this is where I want it. Okay, so can you hear me all right? Okay, so can you hear me all right? Okay, but now the issue is I don't see where it's picking up. Go. We're not doing this, dude. I don't see where it's picking up my sound. Like I literally, oh, there it is. Okay, I muted. I have noise suppression on. I could probably turn it off, but let's turn it off and then see what happens. There is, I have humming that comes from my fans in my computer. So that might be a little bit of an issue. That's really what I'm trying to avoid being picked up. So let me switch back to see if I can hear it. That's really what I'm trying to avoid being picked up. So let me switch back to see if I can hear it. This is what I don't like. So I'm going to switch to a different noise suppression. Plus you can hear the dogs in the background playing on the couch. This is what I don't like. So I'm going to switch to a different noise suppression. Plus you can hear the dogs in the background playing on the couch. Hold on, they're still making it. Okay, let's try this. This should be better, but I really don't know. Okay, let's try this. This should be better, but I really don't know. I don't like the noise suppression on. But if I don't have it on, it's too echoey. I only want to suppress it just a little bit. Let's try this. But if I don't have it on, it's too echoey. I only want to suppress it just a little bit. Let's try this. Okay. Man, the echo. I'm so sorry. Okay. With the noise suppression on, it's like doing some weird shit. Maybe I'll turn it back over here. With the noise suppression on, it's like doing some weird shit. Maybe I'll turn it back over here. Can you even tell the difference? Can you even tell the difference? To me, it's still not good. I don't know what I could possibly do. Your mic is really quiet. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to fix. Your mic is really quiet. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to fix. What if we try this? Does this make a difference? What if we try this? Does this make a difference? Is this good or bad? Is this good or bad? I don't know. I don't like the sound of that. Okay, well, we can try going back to the game thing. What did it say? I don't know. I don't like the sound of that. This is the wrong one. Okay, well, we can try going back to the game thing. What did it say? Maybe this is a little bit better. Hold on, let's just mute that for a minute so we can get like a nice quiet profile to listen to. And then I don't know what my normal speaking volume is because I'm like a little sick. Okay. Let's try this. Because I'm like a little sick. Okay. Let's try this. I don't know if I like this either. I don't know if I like this either. It's a little bit better, right? But still quiet. But the problem is like the quality of audio is little shit. So I just turned it up higher. You know what? There could be something that's doing this actually. I always forget that my computer randomly will change my mic volume. I don't know why it does that. It's a little annoying. Where are my sound settings? Oh my god. That is literally what it did. So cool. Super duper. But now the problem is I can hear like a weird echoey thing. Yeah, you like my trills? My So it says the gain is the volume. I don't need it to lie to me like this. I don't want it to control the volume. I don't know how to fix it though. So what does this sound like? Am I screaming at you? I'm scared to go listen. Let's go listen. So what does this sound like? Am I screaming at you? Oh, it actually sounds pretty okay. But I need to turn it down somewhere. Where do I turn it down? Maybe in OBS. Let's try that. I do have noise suppression turned on and now it's not as annoying, but it's at the wrong setting. So let me turn it to the correct setting because I don't want you to hear my dogs playing. They always like to play while I'm streaming. It's just their playtime. Also, hello, regretfully mine. Let's try again. Also, hello, regretfully mine. Oh, see, with this suppression, it just sounded like I mumbled your name. See, with the suppression, it just sounded like I mumbled your name. I did it in the middle of speaking though, so like really that's my bad. You know what? We're just gonna get it to tell me what should my suppression be. What can you see right now? Good, 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 good. Don't need to see my secrets. My website is down, by the way. I messed up. So I have to fix it. Or get Requiem to help me. Okay, let's try again. These streams have been so strange, these like review streams. A default starting point should be for mild noise, -10 to 20. So we'll put it on 15. Okay. It's off right now. It's on right now. Is this good? Okay. It's off right now. It's on right now. Oh, we like it. Is this good? But you can still hear my fan. So if my computer gets really warm, you're going to definitely hear it. And it will in the summer for sure. So let's bump it up to 20. Now it's at 20. And it will. So let's bump it up to 20. it's at 20. You can hear my clickety clacks. You can hear my clickety clacks. I think it's okay. There's still something I don't like about how the audio sounds. There's like some type of buzzing. But this is much better for a stream, so I can leave it here for now. Let's exit out of everything, mute this so I don't randomly play it because that would be weird. And let's go watch Sven, which is Tvark's, play. Oh, the noise suppression is on. That's fine. We can exit. We can't hear anything. You can't hear anything right now? Really? Can you hear me or no? I think you should be able to, except for the game noise, because the screams are going to be glorious. Yes, actually, they will. You can hear me, okay. So last time you mentioned how I said it was a dead lane there. Well, so I was going to wait until I was done reviewing all of the games, but there was some, let's call it drama, because I'm gonna write a story about it. There was some drama over some of the ways that people communicated. And something that came up to Varks was how you specifically said during my stream of this, hold on, I have a spreadsheet. I have like a whole document with all of the complaints and the concerns. How you said, what are you doing there? Silencer, what are you doing there? You're not going to get kills in this lane. You have to play defense. And not looking back at this at your lane, I did look back at the stream for this instance because somebody brought this to my attention. They said that you were taking away Silencer's autonomy. I disagree with them. I think that you were demanding competence. I think if we're going to break it down, you were laning with somebody who previously had Herald, who's currently unranked, and you're ancient. This is an in-house game, and your lane, the enemy lane, was very aggressive. We're not even that far into the game. We're only 4 minutes, and you had a very aggressive lane. The fact that you came back from this was very good. So I don't think what you said was offensive. I don't think the way that you said it was rude. I think that it's really important to take what people are talking about into context. And I especially think in more recent times, people just don't consider context. I'm not saying the person who brought these concerns to my attention didn't take context into consideration. I think they lacked the context, and I think that their complaints or concerns, depending on which they were, came from a good place. But dude, you were laning with someone who's like lesser game knowledge than you, who didn't know the matchup. Is what you said taking away their autonomy? No. Since we're talking about it, let's just go over everything else that you specifically said that they brought to my attention. You said, Silencer, you do nothing for us in this lane. You need a headdress. I thought that was really great advice. I was like, yeah, he needs to give you some aura that heals. That sounds great. But if we're going to break this down, what is it? It's again a demand for competence. Like your hero cannot help us against these enemies. You can get a headdress and that helps us. So I again was not offended and I wasn't concerned by anything that you said, but this was another thing that somebody brought up. So, I'm you're not in trouble. And then a few minutes later, you say, hit him, silencer. Too late. Silencer, please. That was the one kill we could have gotten there. During the game, I could tell with your tone of voice that you were frustrated. But again, contextually, I can already see 4 minutes into this game that you had a rough lane. You weren't going to get kills, clearly, unless Warglin, who is the techies, messed up. Which, with the longest range in the game, I think, unless they've changed it, Warglin wasn't going to mess up. So, I think, again, you telling Silencer, get a headdress, don't play aggressively, play defensively, and it was really important that we got that kill. All of these things are like, you're shot calling, you're demanding competence, you're giving a status update of like, this is too late. And then you were venting, I feel like. And I don't feel like you were being personal to the silencer. I think you were just stating facts for what was occurring contextually in the game. So then 20, how many minutes is this? Like 22 minutes later, you say, I think it's you. You say, silencer, where is your fucking slow? I don't give a fuck that you cussed. I don't care. But again, I think it's a tone of voice thing is what this other person was concerned about. Not the silencer, by the way. Somebody else gave me a whole list of things that they thought were concerning behavior from my in-house. And since I'm going over your gameplay to Varks, I'm just telling you the ones that involved you. There were a bunch of others that did not involve you. And when I get to the gameplay of the respective people, I'll explain a little bit more why I also don't think those are problems, but there were a few problems, and they've already been addressed. So let me read what you've been saying. Basically, the Sven versus Axe matchup is neutral in that if I don't fuck up, it's a 50-50 lane before taking supports into account. But it's rather easy to fuck it up, particularly since Techie's is there. It's also a stressful lane to be in, so you got heated up. I don't even think you were that heated. I think that I heard us saying recently something to do with like there's heat in the kitchen or something. It was going to be an exciting moment. You're allowed to have some energy about you. Silencer just needed to cue to break the Axe's blink. I don't know if the silencer knew this at the time. I think that choosing silencer against invoker, which is what the silencer stated why they chose silencer to begin with, I think that was a really good idea. And they seemed to think about things they could do throughout the whole game. But it could just be like it was the first game, you know, it's like a warm-up kind of for some people. But it also could be that he didn't know that's what his job should have been against the Axe. In that case, I think if you think somebody doesn't know what they should be doing as their hero in your lane, I think you can tell them, and then that person has the autonomy to either listen to you or do something else. Or slow him down so you could land the last hit is what the silencer should have been doing. When he withheld the Q, so Axe managed to break the LOS and escape. That was the Axe escaping. It just annoyed you since it was a kill that should have been big for the tempo. Completely fair. I don't think there's anything wrong with what you said, but I did want to address it because I was sent like a whole list of a whole bunch of things somebody else was concerned about, and I asked them for the list. So hello, Athraxis. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. No, but it was like a variation of that. It was something about a kitchen, but I really don't remember. Or something like in order to cook, you need to play with fire. That one sounds closer, but I really don't remember. So those were the only things that somebody was concerned about to Vark saying, and I'm not concerned about any of those things. I think it's okay to shot call. I also think it's okay if you think that somebody doesn't know something in Dota to tell them. Man, it would really upset me if I was playing with somebody who thought they knew much better than me and they didn't tell me something like get a headdress. So I'm trying to improve at the game. That's part of why I'm reviewing, is because I want to learn something from them. I think that I can learn from every player, so it works better if they're here and they can tell me. We'll hear the game sounds now, Starbreeze. It's just I've paused the game, so there's literally nothing for the game to do. Oh, hold on. I just realized I have a filter on my monitor and I didn't tell it not to go on. It went on yesterday and it really messed with me. So let me turn that off. Headdress is a really good defensive item in this case, since axe and techies do minimal physical damage to... I don't know how to say this one. Pavis? I don't know. I can never say it. Wouldn't have done anything as an alternative. Wait, what was Silencer building? I won't know until I get to that time. When do you mention this? Oh, I guess it would be further in. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Where? Oh, Silencer died. So I was like, what are you doing? Really, the techies and the axe could have been a little bit more aggressive. I need to turn down my own sound. And then as soon as Silencer comes back, he hasn't really done anything except he got attacked by techies, which is not ideal. You have to pull the creeps over here so you're not fighting. This is like a really safe play to pull. Sorry, safe place to pull the creeps, actually. Pokira has read his lore. Although I did have to fix it. Like I said, the website's down because I had to fix some errors and then I made it worse. I did change a little bit of Poki's story. His lore. Where is this? I did change it a little bit because I made some typos and I also didn't like the way things were written. Like, the more I thought about it. And I included a section at the very end, which I kind of referenced earlier. I said like the same thing, but I forgot to capitalize certain words as titles. So at the very end, I say, he has watched the clustered attempt rebellion, the unbound attempt spectacle, and the remnant attempt dominion. He has allowed what strengthens pattern, he has denied what would thin it. So those three things, the clustered, the unbound, and the remnant, all refer to the three main groups in the story that I wrote from the first drama called Knots in the Veil. Yeah, so each one of those, oops, that's an update that I have to do. The clustered is going to get its own wiki page, so is the remnant and the unbound. So are the remnant and the unbound. everything will make sense. When I had this story come to mind, Knots in the Veil, over the first drama that occurred in my Discord, really it's the second drama. We could actually write a story about the first one, but it would be really minimal. When I had this idea, I knew that I was going to world build. I just didn't know like the best way to keep all the information consistent. But having my own website and wiki, perfect. The real point of the website is for the Dota 2 in-houses. But listen, I can write stories and put them there and make YouTube videos about them. All right, let's get back to it. It was a nice, yeah, it was nice. You've played with people, not Dota, that would wait till the game ended to say, man, that game would have been so much easier if you had gotten or did this. And it's always a case of, why didn't you tell me? Right? Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, when looking at the comments of the Sven was taking away Silencer's autonomy, no, he wasn't. First of all, Silencer was able to do whatever the fuck he wanted in this game. Second, what's wrong with telling somebody to build something? They can just choose not to if they don't want to. Ideally, like, I really think it would be best for people to ask, well, why do you think I should do that? And talk about it. I like Dota 2 conversations. Okay. We're looking at Tavarek's gameplay. That was a stun so that he can get the last hit. That's good. I don't think about those when I have played Sven. It makes perfect sense. You're really focused on last hitting. Which you should be, you know, position 1 and all that. But I have not really thought about it in these terms. It kind of feels like Silencer doesn't know what to do to help you as well. So with that in mind, with what we can see that's happening, because like, what do you do against a techies and an axe? With this in mind, good job, good stun, and good stun in the tower. I love that. It's like if you're playing an axe and you're playing defensively, call them under the tower. I like that. But I think it makes sense for you to tell him. So this is good. Silencer comes over to this area to... Oh my god, I just realized what we could do to speed up. I don't know why it didn't occur to me until just now. Instead of doing a review of everyone's gameplay individually, which has us replaying the same area, I'll review each lane and do both people at the same time, because that makes more sense. I don't know why I didn't think about this before. The thing is, Sven is basically forced to sacrifice his laning to make his farm efficient. Right. You have to go 1-3-1. I have a question about that. I have 2 questions, actually. One of them I know the answer to. I'm just curious if you're going to tell me the same answer that I know. The other one, I am curious about, because I thought you weren't supposed to put points in your cleave unless you were in the off lane as Sven. So like you're saying you're going 1-3-1. I thought you weren't supposed to do that unless you were in the off lane. Are you supposed to do that because you're Sven and he needs to farm? Like, maybe I was just told the wrong thing. Because if you were to build combat oriented, yes, 3-0. Oh, I see. 3-0-2 or 2-2-1 is a compromise. So it is about farm speed. It's okay. I see. I get it. It's offlane Sven that forgoes cleave. That is not what I was told. But you know what? Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, it's possible I was told what I was told because I was much worse at farming than I am. So, like, maybe they said that. What is with this ward? Is this your ward? Why is this ward here? Let me get a drink. We're gonna need a lot of liquid today. Whew. That is Silencer's word. Maybe he panicked. I think he may have mentioned something about this during the stream, actually. I panic and click on my smokes. So I understand. It doesn't really help us, though. Okay, and then the other question is, why do you not have a TP? What can you possibly do here? You have to block, but you don't block very well. Then you know that they're pulling. You tell Silencer that they're pulling. Silencer is... Whoa, okay. Let's go back, and then we're also going to do a free camera. Okay, we went back a whole minute. That's okay, because now we've decided to review two people's gameplay at once. So, what is Silencer doing? Okay, Silencer goes way over here. Why? What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. And then we come to lane and we curse in an AoE, which ends up pushing the enemy creeps. Your creeps. Ends up pushing your creeps. Okay. Why? So now you're low. Ooh, good. Very good. Okay, so you do this like partial block, and here you both should have realized that you need to go contest this. You don't have very much health. A Silencer really needed to be there. He auto-attacks the axe, which, like, what was the point of that? Because if you auto-attack the axe, you can't really face the axe. The axe has a whole level ahead of you as a Silencer. And then way up here, Sven needs to be near the farm, and he's really low, and he's going to die without, like, an adequate distraction. I don't know what the point of that was. Not for Sven, for Silencer. Stacking the Ancients isn't nearly as good anymore for Sven since cleaved enemies no longer give lifesteal. Yes. So even if it's 2 Ancients stacked early on, you need your support to give you plenty of healing or shielding. Okay. I don't think that's what he was doing when he walked over here, if that's why you're mentioning this, unless you're talking about farming in general. But Silencer walked this way and then came over here and then turned around. So, like, I don't know, maybe he wanted to stack these guys, but aren't these guys the Ancients? These ones are stacked. He stacked these earlier is what it looks like. Okay, so maybe that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to stack this smaller camp. What's his... He doesn't even have tangos. What? Dude, what? Okay. There's a lot of not being on the same page going on. That's okay. I feel like this is something that you eventually figure out. But like, we're playing a Dota game, so we kind of need to figure it out.
Radiant's top tower is under fiendish assault.
Okay. Pulling. That's good. Is it? Oh, maybe it wasn't good, actually. It's not good. What is your... You have tangos? No, no, no. Now Silencer has tangos and a salve. So maybe it's fine. Honestly, I feel like techies could have just like kept throwing bombs on Silencer.
Niall's forces are relentless.
Oh my god, can you guys hear my dogs playing right now? I am sorry. Okay, we're blocking. That's good. It's a good little block. Except, ooh, good redirect of the pull. Oh, that's bad placement. This is one of those lanes where when they're that far ahead of you, you just can't. You can't do that. You have to kind of like go in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And honestly, in a game like Dota, and especially if you don't play your hero a lot, going in and out of combat as a support, it takes really feeling that rhythm and knowing it well to do it well, in my opinion. You've had lanes where the enemies focus fire your support and leave you alone. They get 3 or 4 kills, but you end up with big farm and carry easily. I think that's what you end up doing, right? In this game? It's a good placement for a ward. I don't consider here. I like up here, but I don't use it very often. Nice. Using your stun ability to get that last hit. Clearly that mine is mostly for Silencer. I feel like Silencer should be like here, right? Because at first he was over here and that was pretty good. Not at first, but like a little bit after the beginning of the laning stage. He was over here. That was good. Oh, you might kill the techies. But he's trying to lead. No, no, you saw that he had this over here. Okay, whew. You're not going to pull. So in this case, why didn't you? Oh, because the creeps are going to meet. Never mind. Axe missed a last hit. Silencer has the headdress at this point, and you... let's double check. Yeah, you're regenning pretty decently with it. Okay, so now we have Puck, but you guys have no mana and you're half health, but the axe is low, so Puck doesn't actually need your guys' help. This I mentioned when we were reviewing Fathom's gameplay, but that was really unfortunate. I know that Dofu needed like a way to offset his deaths, but like Fathom really needed that gold, so it's fine, but like it could have been better. And I guess as long as the team is getting gold, you can go look at it that way, but really gold being stacked on one person or a couple of people ends up being a better choice. You messed up there too. You should have used the wand charge and treads to swap to cast Q for the kill. Yeah, that's fair. And it's good that you recognize that. Are you good at swapping? I'm so bad at tread swapping, toggling, or whatever it is, like so bad at it. A silencer should be pulling or stacking. And he goes to why are we over here now? Sven can't pull it, but he doesn't need to.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, like what was this whole what? Okay. Why did we do this? Why did we walk this way? To come this way? To come this way? Like, what are we doing? When you're this far away, what is the point? I don't know if I understand. It's a necessity on Sven, since his mana regen is a problem, to tread toggle. It's a tight balance that needs to be kept very, very fair. You're good at last hitting under the tower. I don't know if you should be attacking the axe back here. I guess because you had somebody who teleported, that's good. But now, like, all of you are chasing the axe, and that's not ideal. This is a weird experience, though. You have to farm, so you're making the best of it. Silencer is within range, and he's giving you vision, so that's good. Now I'm sorry. My dog does this thing I call, one of my dogs, she does this thing that I call swimming, which is she's upside down on her back, scratching her back, but she does it right next to my couch so that she can push herself, like, against the floor. And it just kind of looks like she's swimming upside down. But when she does it, there is noise in my background, and since I've changed my mic settings, you are probably going to hear the that's just what she's doing. She's swimming. Oh, you know what? I just noticed I don't have the message up. My bad. Tread toggling is just muscle memory. Is it really? I don't feel like it is. Maybe I just never did it long enough for it to feel like that. Because it always just felt like I had to really think about it. Okay. That was a good deny from the silencer. Why did you angry pants here? What was the point of ulting? Oh, see, silencer doesn't know that he has to help you? Oh no, he starts to help you, so it's fine. That's a lot of money for you. Very nice. And like, this is good timing. Hey, no. Did you come when called? Good girl. Okay, so you can clearly see, oh, my dogs are playing, some crazy stuff here. I would be scared that he's gonna come walk at you. Silencer has the creep's attention on him. That is not good. You kind of have to stay here. Oh my god, did you hear my whistle? I thought I muted. My bad. Yeah, so that's my come when called whistle. The only dog who doesn't know it for sure is Nova. She just usually just comes when the other dogs come, but all of my dogs will come when called with that noise, with their name or with their name and then the word come after. And if I say their name come now, sometimes, so like I like when my dogs have a personality. If Kasui doesn't always want to come, I think she's free to express that, but there's other times where I need her to come, so I've made it clear that she has to come when I say her name, come now, and if she doesn't, I'll go pick her up. And she knows what pick her up means too. Now you're really looking forward to the screams? Does it actually sound good for the whistle? Because I whistle a lot. I just, there was a while where I was out of habit whistling on the stream and it just sounded terrible, so I was like forcing myself not to do it. This applies double since you're against Axe Invoker, Witch Doctor Techies, too much burst damage, and CC. You might as well use your ult to farm faster. You used your ult before S and Y to maximize the farming speed. You're not walking, well, that's good. Before S and Y, okay. You're not walking into fights before having Madness, Echo, S and Y. Okay. Madness, Echo, S and Y. And ideally not before BKB on top of that. Okay. Techies, ooh, good cancel from the techies. Sven is farming. And Silencer though, so I think running this way for the Silencer was really not ideal. Because I don't know, typically in games like this, I would think that wherever that person is running to probably has somebody. But I guess it doesn't matter because Fathom showed up, and then farther back we have me. So, like I said, we're not going to really watch farming all that much. Here, Sven. I was gonna call you Axe, and I was like, Axe is not blue. Sven goes to join the fight. Oh, that was a good block from Fathom. I didn't notice it last time, but that was actually a good, like, stop and delay his movement block. I really thought they were gonna have vision here. Normally, when people are diving, if I check for vision, there's always vision. So, what is Silencer doing? Let's go back. Actually, I'm just curious. So, Silencer is here, middle. Walks past someone who's farming. That's good because you can get AoE experience. But then he like walks across the whole map. What was the point of that? What are we doing now? Don't worry, we'll come back to Sven, but it looks like Sven is farming. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? What was this, bro? We just went do 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 do. Why? Let's do this differently, because sometimes I do this. What should he be doing instead? This is stacked. This was gone. Maybe he was looking for camps to stack. That could be it, because he didn't see anything and then circled around. I think that might be what he was doing. Okay, now over here, I'm really curious how this plays out. Let's check Silencer's viewing. Wait, hold on. One of my dogs came to complain to me. What's wrong? Maybe she's not even ripping up your favorite toy. What's wrong? You have the alien? Oh my goodness, I see it. I see it. It's very yucky. I don't want to touch it. Where's your donkey? Do you want your donkey? Go get your donkey. You're having some feelings. Did she beat your butt? Oh my goodness. She kicked your butt? That's terrible. How are you feeling? Your feelings are hurt. I see that. Her little ears are pinned to her head. She's very upset. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes we don't win. It's okay. You did a good job. Okay, I'm gonna go back. No, don't hit me. I don't like that you do that. I'm gonna go back to doing this right now. So go. You need to go. Go on. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go watch his camera. Oh, good. What was that silence timing? What? No. 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 Mm-mm. Oh, I'm not talking to you, hun. You go play with your ball. You go. You go play with your ball. Yeah, his silence is off cooldown. Why did he wait until the Mars was dead? He... Stop. Thank you. I don't understand what happened. What would be the point of what Silencer did? It looks like he stacked his silence. Like he placed it sequentially after Mars's arena went down. But like if he just held it, well, I don't know. Hold on, go back. I don't understand. If he held it like a couple of more seconds, wouldn't that have been more effective for Fathom? I'm not sure. And then he teleports away. Silencer's walking there. Sven has been farming. Either casting it earlier or later would have helped. Okay. I think it's good that he moved his like viewing window over there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. See how Dire grasps Radiant by the throat. Dire miscalculated, and now their top tower is under siege. Radiant's bottom tower.
That was good that Silencer came over here
Foes threaten Dire's top tower.
to help. And Fathom's also here. You're still farming here though. Isn't this dangerous? Honestly, I've been watching Position 1 players recently, and the places these people farm, I'm like a little jealous about, because I feel like if I farmed there, I would just be dead. Like, what? How do you get away with farming in dangerous locations? I get it. Your team was nearby. But like, if my team is nearby, I'm dead. Okay, I just can't with this camera. It's really irritating. It's a little bit greedy, yeah, but Axe was sufficiently scared off. You get intuition after enough games, that's fair. Oh, missed his call. Sven is farming. Has a mom and Echo. So Silencer is trying to inform people, probably me and the puck, of the techies. If nothing is happening on the viewing window, I'm actually watching the minimap. I just don't think about it. I guess we could do this. Right now, we actually, I don't think, should have all been over here. A Fathom wants to go in, but Techies is clearly going to lead us. Oh, Techies died. Silencer and I are doing nothing, really. We're just walking up and down. And then Fathom died. We broke mines. Oh my god, can you hear the dogs? They're running and jumping. Did she take that toy from you? Oh no. Yes, she took that toy. It's okay. You can take it back from her. You can just go take it back. You're going to go take it back? You're not sure? She's very upset about it today. Are you not sharing? What are you doing? You're hurting her feelings. Oh, she has the fox. Alright. Oh, go get it. Go get her. Go. Kazooie, don't touch his ball. Kazooie, do not touch his ball. Did you bring me the fox? Man, like, why is it always when I'm streaming, dude? Ready? Sit. Paw. Good fetch. Good girl. Okay. You get greedy all the time when playing games. I think you could say that, man, she has the zoomies. You see what I'm saying? Like, this just isn't gonna work with the mic picking it up. Hold on, she really has to zoom through the whole house. She's just a crazy girl right now. I'm glad my house is big enough for her to zoom all over the place and not interrupt anything. She did bump into a bowl, but it was a mostly empty bowl of food. And whatever falls out, they just eat, so I don't care. I'm going to kick them out of the room though, because this is a little too distracting and I really do want to get much further in this review. What are y'all doing? Being crazy. Come on. Go, Sven. Come on. Thank you very much. Listen, do not open the gate. Don't do it. Don't open the gate. You understand? Don't touch the gate. Do not touch the gate. Don't open it. Don't touch it. Up. Do not touch the gate. Okay. It's a problem when all of them know how to open up all of the gates and doors. Hello, Ragna the Unstable. Hope you've been great today. I have been, I don't know. I can tell I'm sick. Today's been wild. The wind in my area has been crazy. You used to like when your dog had the zoomies. It was so fun to watch and play with him during that time. You cannot play with Nova when she has zoomies. She's crazy. She is a wild, speedy girl. Just crazy. Okay. So, I did say we should edit this message because it's actually, since we're changing how we're doing this. Oh yeah, she has the, yeah, you can hear her running around the other portion of the house. Oops. Also, I don't know why I was confused about this. You do add the S. I guess we could just do this. Both of them don't have it. And then it's fine. Yeah, she's like running and jumping around. Ridiculous dog. Okay.
Dyer's structures are made invincible for a short time.
You have to use Mask of Madness to farm. Oh, and Voki's gonna get you. He like came out from nowhere, just ate you. Silencer did silence when they noticed. But if you don't have backup, it's not ideal. I need to drink something again, my goodness. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay, we're just wandering around. Okay, let's see how Silencer plays this. He silenced. Sven went back to farm. Oh, Axe is really trying to stop his farm. I still haven't fixed the head pat. I got distracted making a website. I just had the idea and I couldn't let it go. I've spent like a week maybe making this website. Why would you go in? Oh, because you had the Mars. Good, now you guys can kill him. Do you mom? Yeah, you mom. Okay. And this is when we hunted down this witch doctor. I didn't need 4 people to make that happen. Okay, Silencer is headed over with Fathom. This is when he gets eaten. Oh, absolutely annihilated. Sven is still farming. He's going for S and Y now. What is Silencer doing? Why not take the Watcher? I felt like this game had a lot more happening in it when I was playing it than when I'm watching it now. I don't know why it felt this way. Maybe I had some type of anxiety at the start of it. But this is like Silencer is just wandering around. And what I really know about this game is that he should be grouped with Fathom or stacking in general. Sven is farming, and that's what he should be doing. And taking fights when it makes sense, which he's doing that very well, clearly. And like, I tried to do some stuff, but I'm also kind of just wandering around, not really doing anything. And even Fathom, for like a huge portion of the game, is just farming, which is fine. Like, this clearly that's how you play Dota. But like, while I, ooh, God, he came for you. He targeted you. You were gonna die until you just skedaddled away. Axe made the mistake there. He had been slightly to the... Had he been slightly to the right, we'd have been killed there. You're not talking about this. You're talking about the previous time. That was really good timing with your teleport. I'm going back a little farther. Nice. That's satisfying.
Dire's middle tower has been sacrificed.
Shouldn't you have removed... Oh, I guess not. I thought you were supposed to remove something else. Maybe it's your boots. No, because you're on red.
Dire's bottom tower is the target of clearly superior forces.
Why did you teleport back to base instead of up here? Wouldn't that have been more effective? Let's see what Silencer is doing. Just see what I'm saying? Like, we're just wandering around. I'm doing it too. I do this a lot when I'm streaming, though. Like, I'm aware. Double tapping the T key is fastest. You don't get caught by the tornado by a fraction of a second. Good point. Okay, well now we're grouping. Trying to help the Mars. Again, I don't know about the silence for that time. I helped. I chickened. Silencer ended up dying. Sven and Fathom are here. I don't know if this is a game where we can actually do this, like fight without them. Okay, farming Sven. Farming and running. Run. Farming. Oh, you didn't know. Oh my goodness. Are you gonna kill this axe? Should you have gone in with your stun in that case when you have them kind of cornered? You're not taking aggressive action pre-BKB. You get your BKB and then right after they die, that's when he gets away. Yeah. Silencer's finally farming. Silencer didn't get his slow. Oh, maybe that is when that happened. Was Silencer within range? Let's go back. He was. I see what you mean. Oh, I get this. I saw the timestamp on your comment. Because when you were telling Silencer the different things about the laning stage, in my stream that happened between 8 minutes and 13 minutes, but then this comment of where's your slow happened at 30 minutes, and now I understand it much better. There was no way. There was no way. That was a speedy axe. It surely was. Should have never have gone off. Yeah, it frustrated you. I don't think you need to state that. I think that's okay. I think anybody would be frustrated. And I also think it's a learning experience. I don't think that you were rude. Alright, let's see what else we have going on. Let's go to your camera for a little bit. It's gonna be a little janky. It's just what's happening. Farming again, but farming this small camp. Should he? I guess it's right there, so it makes sense for him to farm right here. I don't know what I was doing. No idea. I don't know what my thought process was. What? What are you doing? Dude. What? He just skipped over 2 camps to walk up the river. Is he gonna walk across the map to get over here? Bro. Okay. Not ideal. Okay, let's... Sven is farming. He's silencer. He can't clear frogs or ancients effectively. Right, but then, like, at that point... Like, okay, listen. I understand that. But he was down here at this ancient thingy. I don't know where I am. What is going on? He was down here with you, chasing the axe. You guys chased the axe a little bit. Axe got away. At that point, he comes here to take this the first time, right? Wouldn't it make more sense for him to just skip up here, teleport up here? He has a teleport scroll, I think. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? What would be more effective? I spend a lot of time wandering around, and it's something that I need to fix for sure. Yeah, probably. Fair, fair. Okay, and then you are farming a more dangerous area, which is great. Very helpful. The thing is, you gear up your silencer differently enough that at that point our game vision would be very different. Yes, that's fair. Very fair. That's something else I think is important to take into consideration. So I thought that people, when it came to like the pre-game stage, people would have actually made plans for what they were going to do in the games. And we kind of did, but talking about which items you're going to build before the game starts would be best. I don't feel like very many people did that. I basically just gave a rundown of how the invoker plays because I think it was pretty important. Nom 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 nom. Okay, did you path weird too just now? What was that? Why are you going this way to then go this way? What was that? Why are all of you pathing weird today? What on earth? Part of the problem is that depending on where the supports go, it can be very different lanes. Axe and Witch Doctor is an entirely different beast to Axe and Techies. Minimizing risk. I see. You avoid a random Axe blank from catching you. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I see what you mean. Is there a board up here? What did I just see? Ooh. Now this is something I've learned before, and I'm curious why you just did what you did. So, right now, you turn on your war cry before you enter visibility. Okay, that makes sense. Why did you turn on Mask of Madness before being right up against the creeps? Isn't there like a danger duration? Or I guess a danger gap where if an enemy was paying attention, they could just jump you. And we don't have any vision here, so this is another dangerous area. I get that you were just, you know, like clearing, just farming in a path. Because you can get to the creeps faster and then get out. Armor doesn't matter nearly as much against them. Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Do they have armor shred? There is an item that does that. I know what you're asking. There's, I think, one item. Can we just type it? Sometimes you can. It's, the Desolator has it. The passive is corruption. If I type armor, it doesn't, oh, they all come up. Let's do, if I type in corruption, it doesn't come up either. That's weird. You should be able to type in the passives. But basically you're thinking of Desolator. The equivalent is Desolator. A lot of people don't build Desolator. Sometimes you can, but it's 3,500 gold. They are basically full magic and pure damage. And if Void catches you, you're dead to the chrono either way. True. You've done a good job just with how you've been playing to avoid Void.
Radiant's top tower is threatened by fiends. Dire's lust for violence blossoms under the unseen rays of Algol, the demon star.
Okay.
Foes threaten Dire's
I didn't know this thing spoke about the demon star. You were thinking something like Undying's HP reduction ability. So his reduction ability is actually, you shouldn't refer to it that way because it has the wrong conception. It provides a misconception. What he does is he steals strength. Oops, I typed it wrong. Where's this one? Undying steals strength from all enemy heroes in an arena, dealing base damage as he claims the enemy's strength for himself. So he steals initially 4 strength. I think it's always 4 strength. So if we look at, oh, do they not tell you in here? Oh, maybe they will. Here we go. Strength for each point of strength grants 22 health. So he steals 4 points of strength. That's a lot of health. But that's not armor. Although it is, you know, effective health or effective armor. It's how some people refer to it. Basically, the Sven versus Chrono matchup is one where I only risk getting chronoed. Oh, Atlas Willowroot, thank you so much for rating the channel with 3 viewers. Hi, Atlas Willowroot viewers. We're reviewing in-house games. Hi. My goodness, thank you. If you only risk getting chronoed as Sven if you're either massively ahead or have enough defense auras to have a shot at living through it. Defense auras like you are carrying these, or it's like your team is carrying them. Hello, I love you. I'm taking my shot. You open to dating? Negative. But thank you. But I've been told I'm not supposed to say thank you because people assume that it means that you're actually interested. So, do you say no thank you then? Otherwise, I wait for someone else to bait the chrono. Honestly, I can see why you're concerned about the chrono, but I forgot. I forgot Faceless Void was in this game while I was playing it. Did not remember. Too late. You said thank you. I'll be back here trying for the next year. Yes, bak baka. Thank you for the hope. Don't harass random people. No, like having an underlord with Vladimir's, Greaves, and Shivas. Okay, yeah, so an aura carrier. That's what I was wondering. What did our Mars end up building? At this time, what is going on? Is Mars supposed to build a Yules? What is this? You know what? I think Zip said something about why he built the Yules. Atlas told me to take my shot with you. Oh my gosh, this reminds me. Let me tell you a little story. When I was in high school, the guy I was dating, we had dated for 8 months. We broke up, and there was a new guy that had come into our like social group, and this new guy decided that he needed to ask my ex's permission to date me, right? I know that sometimes is a thing that people do. So he did, and my ex said, yeah, that's cool. And for some reason, this guy thought because my ex said it was cool that this new guy and I were automatically dating. Bro, what? He never asked me. So he started treating me like his girlfriend without communicating anything to me. What? That's not... How did we get here? You can't ask another guy to date his ex and think because he said yes, that means you're dating me. Like, what? Oh my gosh, that is not what you said. Oh, what did you say then, Atlas? Oh, I see. I was supposed to ask Atlas for permission first, I guess. I don't make the rules. Atlas Willowroot, is it okay for me to have WraithStars? I'll find out her name later. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that was, right? So when I realized what had happened, I was like, I'm sorry. I don't want to be in a relationship. I literally just got out of a relationship. Like, I'm not interested. And he threw a tantrum. We were in the cafeteria and he decided to go back in, and he lifted up a table and threw it, and he was kicking chairs as he like stormed across the cafeteria. Bro, how old are you? Like, what is happening? And then like a week later, okay, a week later, he gave me a folder of poems that he had written for me. I didn't even know this guy that long. What are we doing? What is this? I just don't understand. The poems were nice. But like, what happened? How did we get here? You know? Oh my gosh. And what is said about Jen? You managed to break up with someone you weren't even dating. I know. What is that? I don't throw tables, I only slam them, okay? I'm much more level-headed than that guy. I agree with Tavarks in the other chat. In his defense, he was a sensitive young man. Later that year... Oh!
Kaboom. An anonymous user gifted 5 subscriptions to the community.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 5 subs. In his defense, I don't know if this was good or not. Later that year, he asked me if I would go to prom with him. And I was like, as long as you understand that we're not dating. So I went to prom with him, and that was bizarre. His mom was weird. I met his mom. She was very strange. Very strange person. And I met his sister. That was weird too. And he spent the whole time at prom telling me how he had only ever dated people online. What? I tried so hard in a very polite way to like escape. I found friends, and I became overly interested in what they were doing to try to get away. It didn't work. It didn't work. It was something. Yep, that's all. That's all there is to that story. What had to have happened in high school? Oh yeah, this happened in high school. Yes, but I have a lot of weird dating stories. Not like a lot, but they're all strange. There's always something weird about them. I don't know what it is. I've been told a couple of things. I've been told that my criteria for the person I will want to date is wrong. And I've been told although I am picky, I wasn't picky enough. Like, I was too open. I guess. So, you've been a good sport. I am a good sport, maybe. The Yule's lets you land a perfect combo. Yule's Arena Sphere. I think he said something like that. That makes sense. You clearly made a really good first impression. I guess I was like much more shy than I am now. Very, very weird. Alright, let's get back to this. Okay, we're not watching Mars. Sorry, I got distracted. We're watching these two farms. So we're gonna watch the mini map and watch them figure out what they're doing with their lives. I'm really just watching the mini map, so if the camera's off, that's why. I knew I saw a ward here when Sven was up here. I was so sure. Okay, well, see, there's like, we're just gonna hang out over here. I'm not gonna follow. Let's just figure out when something interesting happens. Oh. That could be now. Oh, too fast. Oh, I broke it. Oh no. It crashed. That's okay, we'll bring it back, don't worry. Maybe. It still says that it's running. Yikes. Okay, let's try again. Oh no. Do you know how far we were into that? I don't know. Oh no. I know based on Sven's items, so maybe we'll be able to figure it out. I guess maybe I don't. 2947? Okay, we'll try. Look, it just gave me this one. Look how cute. Why can you not see my game? What is going on? Oh, there we go. Man, I make these replay. I've made this one replay crash 3 times now. We're doing great. Super great. Okay, we'll try 2947. Nope. 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 Oh yeah, look at this. Nope, not the right time. You know what? They still have their wards here, so maybe we'll just watch for when I... Whoa. Oh, did we already pass it? Oh, maybe. Yeah, we did. My bad. Maybe you were right. What did you say? I don't even know now. 2947. It would help if I'm not speeding all over the place. The words are still here. I don't like being able to see their team. The words are here. Was this not working correctly last time? Oh, you know what? I think it was on player perspective. Okay, this makes much more sense because I noticed all the other people on the enemy team, so I was like, what? It's distracting. What does Sven have? What does Mars have? I don't oh, this looks right. We're there. We'll get there. Let's just skip a whole minute. This seems right-ish. There we go. Okay, so again, we're looking at whatever Sven and Silencer do. Sven is really far back. So is Silencer. This is kind of a weird area. We're a little spread out. I get caught out. That's really my bad. I don't think that was the combo we were going for. But Faceless Void's placement of the chrono and the timing, very good. Ooh! The Invoker eats the Silencer. Eaten. Okay. Well, we're dead, so let's skip ahead. Silencer's alive, and I remember this. Being in this game really sucked at this time. You didn't think that he'd get his BKB off in time. Fair. Absolutely fair. Sven needs to go farm. And he is, but then, like, why are we going up this way? This is where it's a little dangerous, because I would assume they have vision here. Although we have wards. I would still be scared. Like, there'd be vision somewhere. Okay, we're gonna skip ahead until we get to something interesting. Oh, you got jumped on. Yep. Oof. What is... Whoa. What's going on with this Faceless Void? Wow, he has a lot of stuff. You know, sometimes I fight against Faceless Voids where it looks like this. Like, he does a lot of damage, but against certain heroes, it looks like he's not really doing that much. It looked like he did more with the techies, but I guess if we're looking at Faceless Void's items, his damage, and then we compare it to Sven's armor and health and damage, like, he's doing a lot. We just saw the axe over in bot. The void doesn't have chrono and it's safe for you to farm. You got greedy there. You thought you'd get to land 3 hits on the camp, then get a clean getaway. Yes, I saw that. I could see your thought process. Because I think at first you were headed this way, and then it looked like you changed your mind. And I've seen enough people do this where they kind of just want to get as much of the farm as possible. To be fair, we didn't have very good vision for you. We're gonna skip. Good, we're farming. This is very good. And then we're deciding if we should or shouldn't get the Lotus, which is weird. Maybe he saw something I didn't see though, so that's why we're gonna go back and see what happened. Okay. He sees the axe, so he thinks that he shouldn't. Okay, I didn't see the axe. I saw the axe like over here. Ooh, good glimmer. Oh. Well, you know, you glimmered, you tried. You glimmered and tried. Sven is alive and on his way here, has his axe. Very nice. And BKB. Do 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 do. Very good. Why did Invoker show there? That just seems like poor form. It was probably warded over here when you got jumped. That's why, like, oftentimes when I place a ward here, I will place a ward here as well. You can fit 2 on this area without them touching. But I don't know why. I think my warding game was very off in general. Maybe I was just distracted. Alright, let's skippy doodle. Ooh. So when you have a Mask of Madness, BKB, what is the hooky guy called? Harpoon, Treads, Sanjanyasha, and Crystallis, you take Roche. Is there a different time? Like a sooner time you could take Roche? Oh, because you also have Ags. It just seems... I guess their whole team is also dead. Oh. It's the condition for you to solo Roche. I see. You can take it earlier with your team. Ooh.
Enemies gather at Radiant's bottom tower has been utterly destroyed. Radiant has defeated Roshan. They now wield the aegis of immortality.
So you're farming. Silencer is warding or de-warding.
Dire's middle tower is under siege.
But he didn't know that there was a ward here. Da, 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 da. Silencer is farming bottom. You're farming up here. Eat it. Eat all those creeps. Eat, eat, eat. You're hungry. Eat, 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 eat. Or with God's strength, you can take it. How soon with God's strength? Like, what would your items have to be able to take Roche as Sven with God's strength only? At this point, you can take him without spending your ult. That's fair, but what's the cooldown on your ult? Oh, it is 1.5 minutes. Okay. Dofu ended up getting the shard, which is brain drain, increases the intelligence stolen per kill. As a Sven with an S and Y, BKB, and level 18, you could take Roche with God's strength, but it's nowhere nearly as clean cut. That's fair. Would that be with or without your team, with what you just described? I think watching Dofu's gameplay is really good for me because I get told that I do this a lot, but I don't want to review my own gameplay because I feel like I have to apologize for not doing anything when I'm streaming and talking and whatever. So like I don't want to do that. That's part of why I don't for these in-house reviews. But like watching Dofu, I know I do a lot of what he does. Not in every game, but especially like if I'm in a voice chat, I do this. If I'm streaming, I do this. And what I'm talking about is there's like a lot of like circling paths that I don't get anything accomplished. Now he has gotten more accomplished than I normally do when I'm in this mode, but like seeing it so clearly, like when we watched him die, teleport to the tier 2 middle, and then walk this way. Well, he didn't even walk that way, he walked this way. I've done something similar. But I have like these little rules in my head where I wouldn't have ever gone down the river. The amount of times when I first started playing Dota that I died walking down steps scarred me. Solo maybe +1 after level 18 with S and Y and BKB. It's a big difference whether you have an improved gunpowder gauntlet or shiv with the damage and armor enchant or not. Very fair. That makes sense. And so I'm not trying to be rude when it comes to Silencer because he has been helpful this game. It's just I don't usually get to watch people do exactly what I do all the time. So I think it's very helpful. Okay, Silencer is back. Going to get the wisdom. Sven is back and farming. And let's go back and see how Dofu noticed this fight happening. I was going to stop here because I didn't think anything interesting would happen so quickly, but I was very wrong. He's asking if somebody else wants it, which is fair. Okay. That he maybe shouldn't have used his ult there. So I don't think I have very many games with Silencer. Let's check. Because maybe my experiences are just slanted. I have 51 games with him. Overall, the way that I would use his ult is I actually wouldn't move my viewing window over to the area and look like that. When I first started playing Dota, I used to play Silencer a little bit more. And that's where most of those games come from. But if I did what Dofu is doing, it would just be too late. So I felt like it was better that when I saw a grouping of people on my minimap, I would automatically just use my ult. But I know that it's better to move your viewing window over because, like, what if you should or shouldn't have? A group of people, time to join them. Yes. Okay. So now we're farming. Dangerous farm. Farming, defending. Defending. What? One game you waited for the enemy void to pop his BKB and leave. To ult. To blue ball him. Okay. Then you pressed refresher and waited for him to refresh pop his BKB to do it all over again. That's hilarious. That must have been so satisfying, especially since you remember it. We are defending. We still have 30 minutes to this game. Bro. Let's go to highlights. Oh, Silencer just died. Let's go back and see how he died. Oh. Oh, we watched him die right there. So he went to go D-ward. I do this all the time. I'm like, bro, there's no way. There's no way. Because we can see an axe here. There's no way all of these people are over here. I'm just going to go D-ward real quick. I don't need my team. I do this all the time. Eaten. Next highlight. Oh, I broke it again. Man, I'm never gonna make it in this life.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant seethes with the madness that only the carnage of war can bring. Beware, Dire.
Right now, we lose a team fight and the game is over. True. That was a good silence. Right? I would silence then. Ultra kill. Very nice. I thought that was a good silence from our silencer. Now you eat him. Does this... Oh, I just realized something about the replay thing. If I am on a player view, does it only show me the next highlight of that player's game? This makes this much easier. This I didn't understand. Why did you switch focus? I get it, Invoker. Baldy pants over here. Look at him in his baldness. But shouldn't you have stayed here? It's fine because you come back. Next highlight. Silencer is farming. He's paying attention and silenced when we were going in, up. That was a good silence as well because we killed Invoker. Oh my gosh, you eat this void for breakfast. What is this? Man, the camera is just like too janky for me. Axe has big armor. You hitting him is the lowest priority. That's fair, but it's not like I could kill him. Trapped in Mars's... I mean, I wasn't trapped, but he was trapped in my shackles and we were in Mars's arena. Doop, doop, doop.
Tower is under siege.
Da, 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 da. What? 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 Okay. Wow, they have a lot of words over here. Next highlight. Da 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 da. Ooh, spooky. Wow, wow. Okay. Next highlight.
Dire must now survive without its bottom barracks.
Silencer got caught. So did I, and so did Mars. We were a little too spread out there.
Dire's top barracks are under siege. Dire's top barracks.
You kill the faceless void. Clear the wave. And Voki's gonna try to get you. Look at Cataclysm. Goodness. All those meatballs.
Tower is ravaged by the enemy.
Ooh. Do you think that it was a good idea to attack the axe right there by using your storm hammer when you were so low on mana? Look at you. You farmed. You were so farmed. Yeah, you were about to get mana burned by EMP at the moment. Oh, really? Let's go back. Maybe I missed that. Oh, yeah, I see exactly what you mean. Nice. Dun, 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 dun. Where's her silencer? There he is. Boom. Good focus. Ooh, they tried very hard to kill you, so, you know, like, that was going to happen. Next highlight. Why is it not? Oh, I don't think it's, there's another one. Okay. Oh, I see. That was pretty good. Now it's time to look at Mars's perspective. You realize that Void has no buyback and chose to end it by buying back. Oh, I see. Well, it was, you know, like a 70-minute game. I don't blame anyone for wanting to end it. I do need to be right back. I need a couple of minutes. So I'll be right back. I guess before we go, we can change the review message that I apparently hid for no reason. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. It wasn't an emotional choice, it was a cold calculation. Of course. Yes. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Your ult was off cooldown. You had enough people there. and had more than enough damage to kill the ancient. Wait, which part are you saying was a cold calculation? Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Let's go to Mars's gameplay. I think the way that I'm going to do this, now that I've figured out how this highlight thing works, I'm going to watch Mars's laning phase, and then when he starts to farm, just skip through all the highlights. Of course. Of course. I thought I skipped it backwards, but apparently not. Okay. So let's go back a little bit to see how he starts the laning phase. I guess a little bit further than this. Now we're not looking at my gameplay because I definitely didn't play position 4 well at all at any point in any of these games. We're not going to do player camera because the jiggity jiggity jiggle jiggle thing is really annoying. Okay. Well, that was a good pulling the creeps back. Denied, but then... Oh, okay, I thought he was going to miss that last hit. That was pretty good. They do... I thought that pin was very good during the laning phase. He's already burned through his tangos, so I should give him a tango, which I do. I didn't even notice this ward. Ugh, gross. That's good to pull the waves back. Sorry, the wave back. Ooh, missed that one. And I think it's because they were pushing up against us. My goodness. Witch Doctor does a lot of damage. Yeah, see, I think it was just the aggression was a bit much. But maybe it was a misclick. Okay. Let's restart. Recalibrate.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They saw us pulling that. They did very well to not let us know. mist under the tower. That can be tough. Okay, we're gonna skip just a little bit, unless I break it again, which it looks like I did. I think I did, of course. I love when I break it. Couldn't the witch doctor have killed the Mars right there? Why would he attack all of the creeps down like that at the beginning? I feel like every time we tried to go in on either of these, it was really just a trap and we were going to die. I like that. And then he comes back and he eats a boatload of damage and he has no regen, and then he got sunstriked. That one felt like really unlucky. I see that it wasn't necessarily luck, but like at the time it felt unlucky. Oh, I see what he was doing. I didn't realize that's what he was doing when he was attacking them over here, and I asked that question. It was to get them all down low so that he could use his ability to farm. But in the laning stage, that's not good because it pushes the lane, right? I saw the opportunity to get the creeps to hit the Faceless Void. I really played that poorly, but I think this time Zip played much better. That was good. That was also good. Get him off of your back. He had to go back at this point. Don't tell me I broke it again. I did. Hold on. I want to see how he got there. Did I go back too far? Oh, I did. Okay, so if we watch what Mars is doing right now, he decides to look at the mini-map, I think. I want to see, I'm just curious if he actually used the mini-map or if he looked with his viewing window. It looks like he looked with his viewing window. He did, and then decided to teleport and was already figuring out how he was going to path his way up there. Okay. And then decided not to chase. Very fair. To kill Invoker, their mid, who at this point, the Invoker was 11, sorry, was level 11 at 12 minutes. I think was really good to use Mars's ult there. Okay, so now we're gonna look at highlights with Mars. He decided to rotate bottom using the gates. I gave him some smoke. And we grouped up on Axe He did miss his stun, but that's okay. We do end up killing Axe here. And then nothing exciting happens. I think Mars played that well. I do want to go back here. So he's regenning after farming after killing the Axe bottom in our bottom jungle. He gets ganged up on, and he does have to do something, so he uses his ult, but then Faceless Void has his own ult, and there's only so much. We'll go to the next highlight with Mars. He goes to farm, and I think, is this when he encounters the Void in the jungle? Oh, I see. So he's going to group up his team because it looked like we were going to fight. There's a little bit of farm here, so it's not like the worst choice.
Dire structures are fortified.
We're going to skip to the next highlight. What could this one be? When we group up and chase down Axe by himself. Axe was maybe a little too far forward. That's fair. Nice placement of arena. That was very good. And Fathom's jump to chase the Witch Doctor was actually really well done. That was good. Easy kill. Now we're hunting down a Faceless Void and an Axe. You can kill them one after another. And it was good for Mars to walk away out of that so he doesn't die. Invoker thought that he could get the Sunstrike on Mars, but he missed. Should Mars upgrade his stick into a wand now? He's going to go help Puck attack Invoker. But Puck actually falls back a little bit. And I think that you shouldn't have gone this deep. It was a good Yules. I think that's a good placement. You're going to kill 2 supports. That's very good. But then the problem is if you end up feeding Invoker. It was a good idea to get out of there. I think that was done well. Oh my god, I thought he was going to die. What are you doing? Don't go over there. I know he just thinks that he can throw out his stun stick. I don't know what it's called. He ended up getting deleted. Your ult was off cooldown. Oh no, I read that. It can at times end up being a waste of 250 gold. Yeah, that's fair. Let's skip to the next highlight. I think this is just the way that I'm going to do the reviews from this point forward, because I didn't realize that this is how highlights worked. I thought they only worked this way for the entire team highlight, not player highlight. Pretty good. Now, for what we just watched, why was he there? Okay, well, I was up front. And then they jumped him, and then he tried to get out, but then he got called. And Axe walked away, and then the rest of the people jumped on him. And then a Sunstrike. Okay, that makes perfect sense.
Foes threaten Dire's middle tower.
I think it was good to go after Faceless Void and then place your alt, but at the same time, we didn't have vision of their team. But like in the moment, I wouldn't have even thought about that, to be honest. So I feel like we did what we could there. You respawn when the enemy team is pushing into our base, I think for the first time. There's only so much you can do during this fight. He's like looking for an opportunity, but there really isn't much of one right now. You kind of have to just let them do what they're going to do. You're not going to delay them. Kind of overkill. It was a little bit overkill. I saw several moments where either team just like went a little too much overboard. That's okay. You know, securing a kill is what it is. When you first mentioned reviewing, I thought it would be prioritizing highlights. Well, so the first review that I did for what I'm calling season 1, I reviewed just every single thing that happened in someone's gameplay. And I don't, that's what I'm saying is weird about this one. Like, I was able to spend 6 hours on the first in-house review. And I have more games to review this time, so it's going to take a little bit longer. But like, it feels like this whole game we just farmed. I see that we didn't, but it really feels like we just farmed. Everybody farmed. Farm. Which is fine, but like, what is there for me to talk about? You shouldn't upgrade your wand for the sake of upgrading it. If you're naturally getting branches, it can be worth it. Oh, that's very good to know. Okay. Oh, this is when we go in on Axe. And Invoker and Faceless Void come here. That was a good silence. We kind of needed to keep the Faceless Void silenced. And then he didn't want to go against Axe by himself. Silencer got deleted by Invoker. Axe jumped on top of Mars. And at that point, we were too spread out. I think, honestly, you should have used Axe and then tried to walk away. But I guess it does keep them here, and Sven was on his way. Mars is in our jungle, grouping up with our team. You know, your camera movement speed is a little slow. I wonder why. Maybe people like that though. You do head over here, jump on the axe, which by the way, with the placement of your viewing apparatus to make that jump with a blink, it's very good. Mars is dead now though for this fight. You almost never farm? Me too. I get a lot of slack for it. Let's go back a little bit. We missed the beginning of that fight. Okay, so Mars is middle, farming, and then it looks like he wants to go group up with our team, which the only people on the map are me and Fathom.
Dire miscalculated, and now their top tower is under siege. Radiant is raking.
They must have seen... Yeah, so they saw us delete the sentry ward. And then everyone went on you. And then Axe was like, free kill! Okay. I'm assuming Mars is going to jump on him. Yes, stun him. Good. Ult? Yes, perfect. Oh, great job. That was just well played. And then, you know, Witch Doctor. What you gonna do? What could they do? He could have Wind Wakered, right? I have to sneeze. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Mars collecting all the mines. We saw Mars through him running in multiple mines. That's a good point. I forgot that he did that even though we just watched it. But yeah, you guys would see that happen. So you knew he was there and you could just assume the team was there as well. Good point. He did end up dying there, I think mostly because of the witch doctor. But I think his timing of his abilities was really well done. That was a good movement of the Windwalker, good ult. Silencer wasn't doing anything over there. That's not ideal. Next highlight. I need to adjust. Invokered. Oof. We're just waiting, playing the waiting game. Sven cleave damage is always scary. Oh yeah. And especially with how farmed the Sven was. Like, absolutely. What? I would like to view this again. Okay. So Mars sees the faceless void, who is, let's say disabled by Puck. And faceless void has BKB on. So Mars jumps in here, Puck is in here. Axe jumps on them. Mars is stunned and then deleted. I remember back in the day when Cleave ignored armor on Cleave targets. Once you unintentionally one-shot a bounty hunter while hitting creeps. Ooh. Or rather, it calculated based on the armor of the target you attacked. Yeah, that's hilarious. Mars really loves the mines. Yeah, it's a tribute. Alright, we're teleporting back in, of course. We're near the end of the game, so I don't think there's going to be another highlight. So let's see what Mars does for the ending. We're kind of just waiting it out.
King's grand expenditure squandered, spilled. It now lies in the rotting earth of a lowly pack animal's grave.
Okay. I love when the game has like errors like that, or there's like something that's just up in the sky. Very fun. Looks like we're trying to get the jump on Sven. Not gonna happen. Not Sven. I said Sven. Oops, Axe. I don't know why I mixed them up. Mars goes top to defend. Maybe there'll be one more highlight. Oh, good. Mars jumps to get Invoker is what it looked like, but Faceless Void, Chronode, he's getting attacked by Witch Doctor's ult. He used Wind Waker, and then he stunned Faceless Void, which helped the Sven to kill him. This was really well done. That's good. You can only do so much when your health is that low when we're trying to be careful and pick people off. Oh, you kind of have to switch. I saw that he was going to go for Witch Doctor, but like at that point, Axe is so low. And now he can use Wind Waker twice in this fight because of the low cooldown. That's pretty good. He can't really do anything because he's so low, but to like push middle when he's low and still kind of like help the team out, it's very good as well. He's dead, but now we're at the end of the game. Or be cut down. Alright. Oh, you know what? There could be one more. I was thinking about the timing. There isn't. Radiant ends up winning. Yeah, you did really bad in the in-house for your standards, but your excuse was that it was 1 a.m. You only slept 4 to 5 hours that day. It's still your bad for playing. I think that it's fun to make mistakes because they're reminders for how you should be playing. You know your mistakes. I think that because I'm going to review your gameplay when I get to it. But I'm not there yet. I am going to end the stream, so it won't be in this stream. But from when I was reviewing Silencer and Sven's gameplay, the only question I have for you right now, Worglin, is why did you not attack the Silencer more? Were you just busy? Were you too tired? Were you just trying to be nice because you didn't want to focus on just one person? Like, what was your thought process? Because I know that Techies has a long range. I don't know if it has anything to do with facets anymore because I just know from how he used to be played. But I always thought like Techies as a support, you just like auto attack a lot, throw mines on the squishies. You just happened to jump into the stream right when you blinked into 50 Techies mines. That was hilarious. That was a glorious death. You recall distinctly saying, "Oh shit, I forgot." Fair. You mostly never remember your mistakes. That is a positive way to survive. I am gonna go. This is the end of the stream today. We did get through Radiant side in the first game. Again, I would love to start the stream tomorrow earlier. It really depends on what I can do. The weather where I'm at has been crazy, but I have bills to pay. So if I can get out, like, in this crazy weather safely, then I need to. And this weather stresses me out when I'm working. So if I'm too stressed out, I'm just going to do the basic stream time. But if I have the energy, I'd like to do a double stream, so 6 hours tomorrow. And preferably get through all of Dire and a little bit of the next gameplay. You have honestly no idea why you did not attack Silencer. You did a couple of times, but I just thought you would do it more as a Techies, but I just don't know. And it is, you know, it's valid if you were tired or that wasn't your focus, you had other things that you want to do. I was just curious. You suppose you just erased his existence from your head? Fair? That's possible. Sometimes I do that while I'm playing. I get it. Alright, I am gonna go. Thank you so much for answering, Morglin. thanks for hanging out. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is a normal stream day. Today was just a day to try to catch up. Your focus was really bad. Like in game, you said you could only focus on one task at a time. You did indeed say that. Thanks for the stream. Don't die and rest well. I will try. I'll try to rest well. It's been rough. This wind here is crazy. There are so many wind noises. It's been a wild trip. Alright, I'm gonna go. Take care of yourselves. Don't die. Okay, bye.